News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Blow dart suspects appear in court. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. Congratulations, you made it. It's Friday. Yes, indeed, Friday, February 5th, 2016. We have 25 degrees in Missoula. And the roads mostly bare and wet, I-90 east, west, and west, and Highway 93 north. It's also bare and wet on Highway 200 east. Everything else pretty much bare and dry this morning. And our newscast is sponsored by Nissan and Hyundai of Missoula. Under new management, offering rebates, discounts, and 0% financing on a huge selection of inventory on Brooks near Southgate Mall. MTN News is reporting that two of the three men accused of shooting pets in Lola with blow darts last fall appeared in court yesterday, and both face felony animal cruelty charges. Tucker Parsons Miller, Hayden Barker, and Matthew Breeden all face felony aggravated animal cruelty charges. Two of them will be charged with fabricating physical evidence, also a felony. Yesterday, Breeden and Barker made their first appearance in Missoula Justice Court. Deputy Missoula County Attorney Celine Kepke did not ask for bail for the two men, but did ask for a mental evaluation. Following University of Montana President Royce Engstrom's mid-year address this week, oft-quoted history professor Mirdad Kia responded to Engstrom's gesture to donate his controversial raise to student scholarships.
I applaud this. I truly do, and I think it was a wonderful gesture. Some folks would say, well, it's only $6,000, but who cares about the amount? The important thing is that it was a very positive gesture.
Kia believes the administration will continue to cut staff and teaching positions in coming years to balance the budget, which, in his opinion, would be deadly to the university's future.
That will devastate the credibility and integrity of the curriculum, which is basically the soul of a university. Without its course offerings, without its academic programs, there might as well not be a university, really.
Kia believes some of those losing their jobs are essential to the school experience for many students at the university. Federal officials want to enter settlement talks with an environmental group that sued the government over the potential climate change impacts from burning coal mined in western states. Justice Department spokesman Wynn Hornbuckle said yesterday government attorneys have asked judges overseeing the cases to put them on hold till April 1st. The projects combined involve more than 600 million tons of coal in Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, Montana, and New Mexico. The group Wild Earth Guardians has prevailed in similar cases that challenge mining projects here in Montana and Colorado. The move to settle the still pending lawsuits comes after Interior Secretary Sally Jewell last month imposed a moratorium on new sales of taxpayer-owned coal reserves. There had been a long-standing criticism of the government's coal program by some members of Congress. Missoula Parking Commission has heard a steady stream of complaints since it replaced the old coin-operated parking meters with the new Luke system, which can also take credit cards. According to Interim Parking Director Jeff Badnock, people have complained that they have to memorize their license plate numbers and the machines won't take quarters. He says the Parking Commission has plans underway to solve those problems.
It's the first major change in parking that's happened in downtown Missoula in almost 70 years. We're going to have to work with downtown businesses to understand how we can make this better. We have a couple of things in the works that we're looking at now that will make parking for customers more convenient. They weren't part of our original rollout because this is so new. There's so much that people have to learn about it.
Some downtown businesses have complained the new meters have slowed business and disrupted sales, but Badnock says no studies have been done to see if that's true in general because the system is simply so new. Badnock said there's no way the city will go back to the old system, though.
That's not going to happen. We've removed all those meters. They're gone. Our staff has cut off the meter poles. They're not coming back. So the commitment we've made to this new system is the system that Missoula has now, and we're going to have to work to make it work.
Reports that some of the machines have failed to take quarters is true and likely caused by cold weather freezing moisture inside the new machines. Experts say federal officials have allowed the armed occupation of an Oregon wildlife refuge to drag on for more than a month as part of a strategy learned from past standoffs ending in bloodshed. Critics say the waited-out strategy sends a mixed message and can embolden others to lead takeovers. The decision to monitor the Oregon occupiers from a distance has not changed since January 2nd, but federal officials are stepping up the pressure outside the refuge and in the courtroom. Authorities arrested the standoff leaders on a remote road outside Mahler National Wildlife Refuge on January 26th. With 4 occupiers refusing to leave since then, authorities have surrounded the refuge and indicted the holdouts, but have not yet forced them to leave. VA clinics aren't the only federally managed health service receiving scrutiny these days. Yesterday, a Senate committee meeting heard testimony on the Indian Health Service. Montana Senator Steve Daines reported the story of one of his constituents, an Assiniboine tribe member from the Fort Belknap Reservation.
She drove 35 miles to the closest IHS facility. She spent 4 hours there, and then she drove all the way home to find out she'd been administered the wrong medication. And she described the way the IHS had treated her on multiple occasions as with extreme negligence. In fact, when she called and told them that she had the wrong meds, they told her to flush it down the toilet.
Daines went on to describe the Indian Health Service as a tragedy.
In your testimony, you stated that under this administration, funding for IHS has increased by 43%. However, the issues we're addressing today are not the result of underfunding. Plain and simple, this is an issue of oversight. It's an issue of failing to follow through on promises and basic responsibilities to Indian country. I don't think this is a health care system. I think this is a health care tragedy.
Daines argued fines from the Affordable Care Act were damaging health in Indian country and urged the committee to pass his bill, the Tribal Employment and Jobs Protection Act, which exempts tribal employers from the Affordable Care Act's employer mandate. A Bozeman area company that provides wildlife for films and television shows is fighting the state's decision to revoke its license for violations found during an inspection. The Bozeman Daily Chronicle reports that a law firm representing Animals of Montana, Inc. sent a letter to Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks requesting a hearing to protest the department's decision to pull its menagerie license. The company's attorney, Chuck Watson, claims the state enforced its rules, quote, arbitrarily and capriciously, end quote. And a Stevensville man, PFC Kyle Strong, serving aboard the USS Harry S. Truman, asked KGVO News to pass along a message for his favorite football team before the Super Bowl this Sunday.
Hi, I'm PR3 Kyle Strong, U.S. Navy from Stevensville, Montana. I'm currently serving at VFA 25, Fist of the Fleet, aboard USS Harry S. Truman. We're operating at a Fifth Fleet area of responsibility and ready to defend America at all times. I want to wish my favorite team, the Denver Broncos, good luck in Super Bowl 50. Go Broncos!
KGVO placed the message on our Facebook page, and we invite our listeners to like the message in support of the Stevensville Sailor. I like it. News Talk time now, 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Mostly cloudy skies today with a slight chance of a shower. High temperatures will warm into the upper 30s. Tonight, a mixture of rain and snow will change over to all snow for Saturday morning. We could see a light accumulation of around an inch. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13.